Hi everybody, welcome to my channel, Majestic Intuition Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me for today's reading. Today we are going to be asking Spirit how we can move forward in our journey. So we're going to be getting some guidance from Spirit on, how you can move forward, what you need to know at this time to help you, because a lot of people have been feeling stuck lately and unsure of how they can move forward. So I've been feeling really called to do this reading. So that is our topic for today. Today we have 3 piles for you to choose from. And for pile 1, we have a green calcite crystal. For pile 2, we have Carborundum. And for pile 3, we have a Sunstone pyramid. So those are your piles for today. I invite you to take a moment to take a few deep breaths and to see which pile you are most drawn to. Try to choose with your intuition and less with your eyes. So pick with your heart, with your gut, and then we will go ahead and get started. Okay, so let's get started. For those of you who picked pile 1 or the green calcite crystal, let's go ahead and start your reading. We're going to start with your tarot cards first. We have the 2 of Swords, the 7 of Swords, the King of Wands, and the 10 of Swords. So what I'm seeing for you to start with, and again, our question is how we can move forward in our journey. And what I'm getting is Spirit wants to remind you of your potential. I think right now you are currently blind to your own potential and feeling very stuck on how to move forward with this 2 of Swords here. You can see that in this card, she has a blindfold on. And she's feeling very confused on what to do next and how to move forward. And the 2 of Swords talks about a decision. So I feel like some of you right now are at a crossroads where, you're not sure which way to go. And like I said, a lot of us have been feeling this way, but the blindfold is really sticking out to me in this card that, like I said, you are blind to your own potential. And I think there are some stories that are going on for you, like in your own mind, that you don't feel you're good enough to do whatever it is that you actually want to do. So it's hard for you to move forward because there's some story playing in the background here that you're not good enough, or you can't do this. There's some kind of deception that you're telling yourself, because that is what the 7 of Swords is telling me here. That there is some kind of deception going on, but I think it's you deceiving yourself, believing that you aren't good enough. But you very much are, with the King of Wands coming out here as your energy. And the King, it applies whether you're, male or female or however you identify. But the energy of this card is of a leader. And you have a lot of creative energy as well. So Spirit's wanting to remind you of your own power, your ability to lead. You have, a lot of really innovative ideas. Like I said, very creative, but you don't see your own potential. Like I said, you have this blindfold on and you're telling yourself these stories that you are not this King of Wands energy, but you very much are. And that is what Spirit is wanting to remind you of. And I think those mental stories come from this pain, that you may be experiencing currently, or it's something that has happened in the past, or it could be even both. But there's something that has hurt you and wounded you very deeply, that has maybe hurt your self-esteem to where you don't think you're capable of doing whatever it is that you want to do in your journey, taking the next step forward. And so Spirit's wanting to remind you, you definitely have the potential. You just need to stop telling yourself whatever these lies are. And our ego or our shadow sometimes does that, because it wants us to stay small so that we don't get hurt. If we stay small and hide and, not put ourselves out there the way our soul wants to, then we probably won't get hurt because we're going to stay safe. But that is not what your soul and your spirit is calling for. They're calling to be this King of Wands, to let your energy shine at its brightest. And at its best. So, Spirit really wants you to try to move forward from this pain and, realize your potential and to let this go. With this being a 10, that means to me, with the 10, what it represents is the end of a cycle. So this painful cycle is over with for you and you can move forward. So I think that is what Spirit is saying here. Then we're going to go ahead and move with your oracle cards here. So we have courage. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. Loneliness. I know that I am never alone. And acceptance. I am learning to accept the things I cannot change. So I love these cards for you. And right away, the courage is connecting with this King of Wands energy. The King of Wands is not afraid to show who he is, to be a leader, to express himself, especially his creative ideas. So Spirit wants you to have courage to move forward and do what it is that you're dreaming of doing. And that could be, because this is a general reading, that could be a number of different things for any of you watching that have chose pile 1. So I don't know exactly what your dream is, but Spirit is telling you to have the courage and remember your inner strength and to face fear with confidence. The King of Wands is full of confidence. So don't be afraid to let that part of you out. And this loneliness card is connecting to me with this 10 of Swords. I do feel that you have been hurt. Like I said, it's different for everybody. It could be current that you're dealing with these feelings, or it's just a wound that you hold deeply from the past, that you feel alone. It makes you feel scared. It makes you feel like you can't do this, but Spirit's reminding you that you're never alone. You see all these people are connected. We're all connected through Spirit. We all have our purpose here, on our journey, and there's a reason why we're here. And there are people to connect to. There are people that you can trust. Like I said, with this 10 of Swords, you've been hurt in the past, but not everybody's going to do that to you. And I think, when you find your inner strength, you won't let the words of others hurt you as deeply, or like I said, that story in your mind that plays over and over telling you that you're not good enough or you can't do this. You're going to realize that is not true. And it's really about, facing things with confidence and realizing like this story that your mind is telling you is just flat out not true. And then with acceptance here, I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. So there are things that have happened in the past that cannot be changed, like with this 10 of Swords, but we are where we are now, and we have to embrace the present moment and not let the past hold us back any longer because we want to move forward. Your soul is calling you to move forward, and you're stuck in this 2 of Swords right now, not really sure where to go. So, we're going to keep going with some of the cards, but I really think Spirit is wanting you to trust yourself and what your soul is calling you to do and to stop letting these stories in your mind overtake you. So next out we have immunity, and I really love this card here for you because this is talking about immunity to negativity. So, whether it's the stories you're telling yourself or if it's people outside of you that have hurt you and told you things and that you're not good enough or you can't accomplish what it is that you want to, anything along those lines, you are immune to that. You have gotten stronger over time and you can just decide to not let it bother you anymore. I know that's like a lot easier said than done, but remember how strong you are. And the words of others, like sticks and stones may break my bones, but words may never hurt me. So don't let it hold you back what other people, might say or, think about you. You might feel like you're going to let somebody else down if you decide to do something or make a decision, but would you be letting yourself down instead if you didn't follow what your heart is telling you? And I think that's really important to remember. But know that you are protected. The immunity card says that as well, that you are protected by spirit, and they are helping to guide you right now. And that is what you need to remember. Remember that you are strong. This 10 of Swords, going through that type of pain, has made you very strong. Now it's time to rise up and, take control of your life and do what it is that you want to do. Lastly, we have the Sage, and that is absolutely perfect to what I was just saying. And we also have Get Creative here. I'm going to start with the Sage. So the Sage talks about listening to, embracing, and trusting your inner wisdom. So like I said, all of the things that you've been through in your life have made you strong and have made you smart. And given you a wisdom that some people don't have because they haven't been through what you've been through. So with the Sage coming out for you, Spirit is wanting you to trust that inner wisdom and to use it for the highest good, not just for yourself, but for those around you. You can share your wisdom and help other people because you have been through it. I can feel that you have been through it with this 10 of Swords. But Spirit doesn't want you to want that to hold you back anymore. They want you to use that to your advantage. It's almost like fuel to your fire, your past and some of the pain you've gone through. It's made you who you are, and they want you to fully embrace that now. So lastly, we have Get Creative. And I love that this came out with the King of Wands because, like I said, the King of Wands is very strong creative energy and confidence. So there is something with your creativity here. Maybe some of you are artists or, something like that. But your creative energy is very, very important in moving forward with your journey. And that's going to mean something different to everybody. But whatever it is, whatever way you express yourself creatively, Spirit really wants you to embrace that because it is very helpful and important for you for moving forward. So I really like that for you as well. We're going to get a final message from Spirit with the Secret Garden Oracle deck. Just any final message, Spirit, to encourage pile 1 on moving forward in their journey. What do you want them to know? This one wants to come out. Adapt. Okay, so that says you will get yourself where you want to be. You absolutely will. And that comes into like trusting yourself, embracing that wisdom like the Sage card says. And just know that you have the ability to get to where you want to go. You just have to stop telling yourself that it's not possible. Like I said with that 7 of Swords, you have to stop telling yourself that. You will get to where you want to go. You might have to make some changes. Get creative. Like this says adapt. So you might have to get creative in how you can move forward. But Spirit has full faith in you, but you need to have the faith in yourself and the courage. Like it says again, I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. So let your inner confidence come out. Like I said, use your past and, any of the hurtful things or, any of that. Use it to your advantage now. Change the story that you're telling yourself so that you're empowering yourself instead of tearing yourself down. Because otherwise you're going to stay stuck if you keep telling yourself, no, I can't do this. No, I can't do this. What else do you want to tell pile 1, Spirit? So we have a few. We have opportunity. There's no use looking for luck. It arrives at unexpected times. So some opportunity is going to present itself at some point to help you move forward. So again, you need to trust yourself because when an opportunity comes up, you're going to feel it, whether it's right for you or not. So, trusting your inner wisdom on that is very important. We also have retreat. Never underestimate the healing power of a quiet moment. So sometimes just taking a break from everything, like I said, with some of the stories that your mind is telling you, it could probably get a little bit overwhelming. So take some time out to just sit with your thoughts and see, what your heart, what your soul, what your spirit is telling you, and go from there. And then we have serenity. That's interesting. That goes with retreat. But serenity says, value quiet days with only the rustling leaves breaking the silence. So Spirit does want you to spend some time with yourself to, calm your energy, really listen to what your soul is telling you, what your gut is telling you. So spending some time in the quiet will help those messages come to you, will help you get clear on what it is that you need to do to move forward so that you're not still stuck in this Two of Swords energy. So I hope that this was helpful for you, for those who chose pile 1. Thank you so much for joining me for today's reading. If you enjoyed it, please feel free to hit the like and the subscribe button. And hopefully I'll see you next time. Thank you. Okay, so for those of you who picked pile 2 or this Carborundum crystal, let's go ahead and get started with your reading for today on how you can move forward in your journey. I'm going to start with the tarot cards and then we will get into the oracle cards. So first for you, we have the Magician. Beautiful. Then we have the Fool. Another great card. The High Priestess, and the Three of Pentacles. Okay, so for pile 2, what Spirit really wants you to know for moving forward is they really want you to remember and embrace your ability to create your own reality. And that is what this Magician card is saying here. They want you to remember that you have the power, you have all of the tools here on your table in order to create the life that you want. So whatever it is that you want for your journey moving forward, because this is a general reading, it's going to be different for all of you, but you have the power to make it happen, and Spirit really wants you to know that. So maybe you doubt yourself a lot, or you feel like you don't have what it takes, but you absolutely do. The Magician is shouting this at me right now. You have the power to create the life of your dreams. And with the Fool coming out next, I think some of you may be wanting to start something totally new. And maybe it's a little bit scary for you because you don't know where to start, or you feel like you can't trust yourself, and Spirit is saying you absolutely can. You can have the new beginning and the fresh start that you want, and that is all about what this Fool card is saying. You don't need to worry. It's about embracing this free spirit and courage to just go ahead and take the leap of faith and start what it is that you want to start. So, for some of you, that is the case, that you just needed to hear you have what it takes to make a fresh start and to maybe start something completely new with that Fool card. But going back to being able to trust yourself, you have the High Priestess coming out here. And this is all about your intuition. It is very strong. You are very connected. And what your soul is calling you to do, it's for a reason, and you can trust it. That's coming from your higher self. That is your intuition speaking to you, telling you that this is what is next for you. This is what your soul wants. And you can trust yourself. And believe that you are connected, you are getting guidance from Spirit. All these little, feelings and coincidences or synchronicities, that are telling you how to move forward and what it is that you need to do. You can trust and listen to those, even though it is scary. Like the Fool card talks about taking a leap of faith. So, you might need to. It can be a little bit scary, but you can trust yourself. With the Magician and the High Priestess coming out here, it is absolutely huge how much Spirit wants to reinforce to you that you can trust yourself and that you have the ability to do this and make this happen, whatever it is that you're wanting for your journey. And then with the Three of Pentacles coming out, this is just a reminder that it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to bring in other people, to help us with our journey, especially if we're wanting to start something totally new, like with that Fool card. You can ask people around you that you trust, to help you with, like say, for example, I wanted to do this first pick a card reading today for YouTube, but I'm not very good with like video and audio and stuff like that, but my husband thankfully is. And so it was just like, okay, I can ask him for help, and I know that he's there for me if I need him, if I want him to help me. And it is totally okay to do that. Don't feel like you have to do it all by yourself, is what Spirit is wanting you to know. Sometimes we feel like maybe too prideful, or like we're the type of person where we're usually helping other people, so it's hard for us to ask for help. But sometimes we do need help, and that is perfectly okay. And building a good team is only going to make you stronger and make you more likely to accomplish your goals and what it is that you want for yourself. So let's see what your oracle cards have. So we have abundance. I am a limitless being, and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. And that is absolutely amazing and connects in so well with the Magician card. You are a limitless being. You can do whatever you want in this life. So whatever it is that you want for your journey going forward, you can make it happen. It's just about taking the first step, one step at a time, and not being afraid to go on this journey. So the next card we have out is Freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. And you absolutely do. To me, this is connecting very well with the Fool card on the freedom to choose to do whatever it is that you want to do, whatever it is that's going to make you happy. Spirit is wanting to confirm for you, you do have the freedom to do that. It is totally up to you what's going to make you happy, and what is next for you on your journey is totally up to you. You have the ability, like the Magician card and the Abundance card is saying here, you have the ability to make it happen, and you are free to do what you choose. So maybe some of you who do want like a fresh start or to start something new, maybe you do just need this little reminder that you possess the power and free will to create your own happiness. So you get to do whatever it is that you want in your life and on your journey. So I think some of you just needed that reminder. And next we have relationships. I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. This is perfect for the Three of Pentacles card here, how I was saying, like, it's okay to ask for help. And it absolutely is. The people that you trust around you, that will help you, you can ask them for help, and those people are in your life for a reason. They are part of your journey, and they are there to help you. And it says, I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. So those people, people who are part of your soul tribe and here to help you live your highest purpose, your best life, they're gonna embrace and support whatever it is that's going to make you happy, whether it's this fresh start or whatever it is for you. The right people will be there to support you. And you can ask for their help if you want it. So don't be afraid to do that. But Spirit is wanting you to know you're not in this alone, and you can rely on the people around you. Just make sure that they're people you trust, of course. So next out we have recognition. And we have vibrational. So Spirit wants to give you recognition. Like I said with the Magician and the High Priestess card, they really want you to realize your power right now. I think a lot of you are doubting your own ability and your own power. And they want you to know that they see exactly, with this recognition card, they see you for exactly who you are. They know that you can do this. And with the vibrational card, this is saying, like, just by being exactly who you are and embracing your own unique vibration, you're going to attract and have everything that you want. You don't need to do anything, differently or whatever. Just be yourself. Be who you are. Follow your true path, your true calling. Be true to yourself, and you're going to get to exactly where you want to go. But, Spirit is just wanting to remind you of that, and again, of your power with this recognition card. So they want you to give yourself a little bit more credit and, know that you have this in you to accomplish this goal. And finally, we have the self-love card here. And I love this coming out for you because, Spirit just wants you to embrace yourself. Like I said a minute ago, your true self, your authenticity, being exactly who you are, being your own vibration, and loving yourself for who you are and not being afraid to show the world that. With the peacock here, we know peacocks will go full display with all the beautiful colors of their feathers, and they really embrace who they are, and they embrace their power and their beauty. And that is what Spirit is wanting you to do, and that is what this card is saying. So love yourself, trust yourself, know that you are guided through this time and that Spirit is here for you. And so there are people in your physical reality that are here for you and supporting you as well. And like I said, the right people will support what it is that you want to do. If you're wanting to have this fresh start or try something new, the right people will support that no matter what it is. And it's going to be different for all of you. But yeah, Spirit is just, with these major arcana here, really want you to know your power and that you can trust yourself and you have this in the bag. So I just want to see if Spirit has anything else to say about how you can move forward in your journey. For pile 2, Spirit. So we got a good chunk here, but we'll take them. So we have self-care, tend to your garden. So, and then you have self-love here. So taking really good care of yourself while you're going through this, is going to be very, very important. We can't pour from an empty cup, so we need to make sure we're taking care of ourselves first. Joy, make time for the little things today. Yes, and like I said, whatever it is that's going to make you happy in your life is what Spirit wants for you, and they will support that, and so will the people that are right for you in your life. This says, persevere, leave no stone unturned. So don't give up. If you're in it right now, like I said, if for some of you the Fool card applies and you do want to start something new, it probably won't be easy at first to do that, but they don't want you to give up. Remember that you have all of the tools here with the Magician to make your dreams happen. It takes time, it takes effort, it takes determination, but you have it in you, so don't give up. And then we have Wildflower, live in uncontrolled life, free to grow anywhere and bound by nothing. That is absolutely beautiful with this Fool card. You are a free spirit, and your soul is calling to do something different, I feel like, than you're doing right now. But you might be scared to take that leap. But they want you to live a life, bound by nothing, and just trust yourself and where your intuition, with the High Priestess, where your intuition is going to lead you. And everything is going to be perfectly fine. And that is what Spirit wants you to know. My pile 2s. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. I hope it was helpful to you. If it was, please feel free to hit the like or the subscribe button. And hopefully you'll join me for my next pick a card reading. Take care. Hello to those of you who picked pile 3 or this Sunstone pyramid here. We're going to go ahead and get started with your reading for how you can move forward in your journey and what Spirit wants you to know in order to help you move forward. So we're going to start with your tarot cards, and then we'll get to the oracle cards after. So we have for you the Justice card, the King of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, and the 5 of Wands. Okay. So what I'm seeing for you, pile 3, that in order to move forward in your journey, you need to embrace your truth and start speaking your truth. Not being afraid to do that, standing in your power and being able to say what it is that you want and what it is that you need in your life. Whatever it is that you need to move forward, but you need to be able to vocalize that and to be honest, at least starting with yourself. So for some of you, it might be hard to be honest about what it is that you really want moving forward with your life. I don't know, it's different for all of you on why that might be, but some of you could have a hard time just admitting to yourself what it is that you truly want, let alone others. But, with this justice card coming out here, this is about truth and things being balanced and fair. So for some reason, that message is coming out that in order to move forward, you need to embrace your authentic self and you need to speak up in order for things to be fair, balanced, honest. And that is also the same type of message I'm getting from this King of Swords here. Being able to stand in your power and speak your truth. And you don't have to speak your truth in a hurtful way or be, bossy or overly assertive or anything like that. But if you can't say it even to yourself, how will you move forward if you can't just be honest? So that is what Spirit is saying, I think. And I think once you're able to be honest, or it might even be about, like I said, maybe you can't be honest about what it is that you want. So it could be about figuring that out first. So you could be torn between a few things. I don't know what that might be for some of you, but I think a decision or speaking about it has to happen first. And then once that is able to be done, a new opportunity comes for you. And with it being the Ace of Pentacles, this could be, some of you might be thinking about a new job, perhaps a new career. And that may be, you might be having a hard time deciding that. And it could be something totally different than what you're doing now. And maybe that's why it's hard for you to come to terms with or to make that decision, because it is a big decision. But, like I said, once you're able to get a clear understanding of what it is that you want going forward, that's when the opportunity is going to present itself and come in for you so that you can move forward. And it's important with this Five of Wands here, it's important to remember that it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks about what it is that you want for yourself. So you might be worried that if you were to make a choice or a decision or something going forward, that it's going to cause some drama, it might cause some fighting or something like that. But at the end of the day, it is not your job to worry about what other people, it's your life. So it doesn't matter what other people want for you. What matters is what you want for yourself. So if it's going to make some people mad, you making this decision, I'm getting the message that Spirit just doesn't really want you to pay that any mind, because otherwise you're going to be stuck in the same position that you're in now. And I don't think you're very happy with where you're at. Again, this is different for all of you, but don't let the fear of it causing upset keep you from moving forward in your journey, because it is your life. You have one life to live here, in this physical body, and you have to do what it is that's going to make you happy. You have to walk your own path, with this path showing up here on this Ace of Pentacles. So don't be afraid to walk your own path. And like I said, it starts with being honest and open about it, and being able to stand strong in what it is that you want. And with the King of Swords here, you are very smart. You really, really are. And you have a lot to offer. So don't hold back or think that you can't accomplish what it is that you want, because you can. You're very, very smart. And it's just about embracing that truth for you and not being afraid to make the decisions or to speak up when you need to. So we'll move to your oracle cards, and we have empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. Okay, to me that's connecting with the Five of Wands here, that you can see, you know, how other people might view this, or be afraid of how other people might view this. But again, Spirit wants you to just do what is best for yourself, to live your authentic truth. You know, but it's okay to, you know, try to see it from different sides, because with this, the scales here on the Justice card, you know, you do want it to be fair to others, whatever it is that you want to do moving forward. But it is important to put yourself first. And then we have trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. And we have friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. So the trust to me is very important, and connecting very heavily with this Justice card here. And like I said before, Spirit wants you to be able to share your truth. And it says, I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. So being able to share that inner voice and what it is that you really, really want to do is how you're going to be able to move forward. Being honest with this Justice card and trust coming out, you know, is very important for moving forward. And then you have friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. So there could be, because of this Five of Wands, and like I was saying, that there might be other people around you that you're worried about in how you're going to move forward with your journey. But like I was telling Pile 2 as well, you know, the right people will support you on what it is that you want for your life. But I think there is somebody around you that you can trust, and maybe start to share some of these things with. You know, maybe you're not ready to tell everybody, but maybe there is one friend that you trust so much that you can tell them how you're feeling, and maybe they can offer you advice and to help you get clear on things, so that you can move forward. But there is a connection with other people here, you know, with that friendship. But like I said before, the right people will be happy for you when you are living your own truth and doing what it is that you want to do. And then we have fairy magic and union. So with that union card, that's connecting with that friendship card, that there is somebody special that you can be honest with. Even if it's the first person that you start to share these feelings with, or whatever it is, there is somebody special that you can connect with, a very important friend. So I don't know, for whatever reason, Spirit is wanting to bring that up. So like I said, maybe it's hard for you to admit how you're feeling, or to share what it is that you want, or something like that. But there is somebody around you who will listen, who will support you, and who wants to help you. So that union card is important here. And yeah, very much connecting with this friendship. The right people will support you. And the ones who are causing drama when you're trying to live your truth, those aren't your people, right? And with fairy magic, this card is encouraging you to have some fun. So with the Justice card and the King of Swords, I'm getting a lot of very serious energy, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but they're wanting you to lighten up a little bit about this situation, and to just try to have some fun, and to embrace more joy into your life. And fairy magic also can sometimes talk about other people around us bringing in some fun and some joy into our life as well. And because you have friendship, that could be possible as well. But Spirit is wanting you to have some fun, because I think you've been very serious about this. It's been weighing heavy on your mind about what you should do next and how you can move forward. So they're just encouraging a little bit of fun, a little bit of play, maybe to get your mind off of it for a little while. And then, once you get clear with yourself on what it is you want, like I said, there is somebody in your life I feel like you can start to share this with, and maybe they can help you move forward. And even just deciding what it is we want will bring in an opportunity, like I said earlier with this Ace of Pentacles. So lastly, we have destruction. And that to me is connecting to this Five of Wands energy, that maybe things have been a little bit messy for you with some people in your life, or something like that, because this card shows itself, it's like saying things need to fall apart in order for them to get better. So something in your life isn't working. So, you know, it's going to fall apart because it's not serving you anymore. And that's not like meant to scare you in any way, like, oh, my life's going to fall apart. But no, like whatever isn't meant for you and doesn't serve you anymore, it's Spirit is going to move it out of the way for you somehow. And so that's what that destruction is. So if you're starting to have issues with things, it's like sometimes that happens because it's not for us anymore. And in order to move it out of our lives, you know, things need to get messy for a minute, possibly. So, you know, like I said, that's connecting with that Five of Wands energy, that maybe there's been some drama or, you know, something like that, some chaotic energy, but it's because it's leading you to something else, something that serves you, and is actually more authentic to who you are as a person. So I just want to use the Secret Garden Oracle just to see if Spirit has any final messages for you on how you can move forward in your journey. So for pile 3, Spirit, what do you want to tell them to move forward? Any final messages? Thank you. So we have adapt. You will get yourself where you want to be. Absolutely. You will get to where you want to be. And like I said, this to me is connecting to this destruction card. You might need to be adaptable as things kind of change, because the right things are being brought to you. And like I said, the things that are not for you anymore are going to fall away. So Spirit's asking you to be, you know, adaptable during this period so that the right things can be brought to you. Pile 3, Spirit, any other messages for how they can move forward? Pile 3, moving forward. Any final messages? Thank you. Okay, we have dream. Have a cup of tea in the garden and find yourself a good book. So don't be afraid to dream big on what it is that you want for yourself going forward. Spirit wants everyone to be able to live their dreams and to have a life that's fun and joyous and magical with this fairy magic card. So don't be afraid to kind of lighten things up a little bit, and to follow whatever it is that your heart's asking you. And then we have bloom and attract more than butterflies. So this is about, to me, showing your authentic self, blooming, not being afraid to show who you are and stand in your power and be truthful and honest with this Justice card like we've been saying. So that's really beautiful. I like that message. Well, pile 3, this is all I have for you today on messages from Spirit on how you can move forward. I hope that it was helpful to you. If you liked it, please feel free to like and subscribe, and hopefully you will join me for my next Pick a Card reading. Take care.